I cut the fence pieces before putting in the truck. The first part of this video shows the tabletop without any trucks at all. This is the front piece of the fence, and the slot that I cut here is 90 mm across, and I marked the middle line there, and so 45 mm across on each side. So let's just imagine that these are the two split pieces of the fence, and they come right in the middle like that. So this is fully closed. To actually fully expose the slot, each of the pieces need to move aside 45 mm. Just imagine that. Now, so if they move like that, that would be 45 mm. Now, and they don't actually need to move any further out than that. I don't know if it can be seen, but this would be the side of the slot, the starting of the first slot. So it will go to this, and so from that and to that. I have finished the front piece for the fence, so I routed out the slot for the split fence, as well as drilling all the pilot hole in preparation for the final assembly. This is the split fence before cutting it into half. So all the hole there just sort of screw into this, so it matches like the starting point. And so I will later on I will cut it into half, and this is the piece where I will put the 5/16 track into this, T-track onto this. I also routed out using this configuration with the 5/16 straight bit. This is also an Australian brand, which is very good. These are all the pieces for the fence, nearly ready for final assemble. So this is the front piece, and the back piece is in here, and this is the two pieces that go onto the dashboard, and these are the ones that show off the two ends. And this has not been ready yet, but it has been cut to size. So I will need to do a hole in there and attach it into the two pieces underneath there. I think I will be just using the wooden screw to do it. Yeah. And with the split fan piece and the T-track piece on the front, so I need to cut the split fan piece into two half, and this I will need to glue onto this. And I recorded this part after I finished the top with all the tracks and sealed it up with epoxy resin. This is the bottom piece of the fence. I have temporarily mounted onto the truck using those two truck clamps there, and it is parallel to the truck and to the router as well. So what I plan to do is to drill a hole to mount the truck bowl into, and then I clamp it down. So the hole need to match pretty much the center of the truck perfectly in order for this to clamp this down parallel. I have slipped this bowl into there, the same bowl, and so I'm going to draw two parallel lines on each side of the bolt, and then I'll pick the center of the line, the two lines, and drill the holes there, and hopefully it will match. So I will do one hole first and then remount it and using the bowl, and then I'm going to draw on the other side and then drill the hole again. Okay, so I'll do that off camera. The bowl that I'm using is as per my router template ECD Baladonia detractable, which I have 10. I have finished the 2 holes and they are fairly accurate. I did not need to enlarge the hole or anything. Both holes are drilled with a 8mm drill bit. I have finished attaching the back piece onto the bottom piece, and the next step is to attach the 2 end pieces like that. I finally finished the fence without any mistake. It is a little bit too bulky and a bit too heavy, but I sort of realized that when I cut the pieces. This is the dust probe, and those are the 2 wooden screws that I mentioned before. So to hold it down, we'll just use 2 M6 bowl like that, so it's very secure. So when I have the dust collector, I'll cut the dust probe for it. As for the fence setting, whenever I move the fence, I will just have to use a square to ensure that it is parallel to the blade, to the bit. That's just the reality of it there, just to ensure the accuracy. So that I don't think there's anything I can do about it, since there's just 2 bowls to hold it down. So there's no sort of device to ensure that it is moved in a 90-degree direction. That's not a major problem either. It takes a bit of time, but I can live with that. Now, to move the bit up and down, I will just have to use this to turn the leaf bolts up and down. I knew that in the beginning, so that's not a problem either. Maybe I'll just make something for it so that I don't have to use this long handle. Yeah, so that's just about it for the fence. I haven't actually done a switch yet. I will just have to move this electrical board around whenever I use the drill or the router again. I don't think that's a problem for me. I am always interested in the vibration of this. I don't think there's much, but let's just see how we go. So this is just a fun check. I don't know if there's any merit behind it, but it's fun to do anyway. That is a standard AA battery, and that is an Australian 50-cent coin, which it has a stray edges. So it's, I don't know how many edges there are, but it is a flat edge there, so it can stand up very well. And this is a 20-cent coin, which is the second biggest coin, and it has a ridged edge, but this is a round coin. So let's see if they fall off. So I think it's sort of okay. I'm going to run some tests with the actual cutting now. What I am going to do is to take out the edges of this piece of small point. I have already set up the fence and the router bit and etc. So this is what it looked like after the first pass. While the router was running, I can actually turn and advance the bit up, but I would just like to stop to show this. Yeah, I got caught up on one of the edge. I'm not too sure why yet. I need to think about that. But this is what it looked like, so I could go on a bit more, but I think it's just enough for this one. This is quite a small workpiece. I have attempted another little routing. This time I'm using the 1.5 inch Makita striped steel. This is the Baltic pipe, flooring pipe, which are recycled timber. So what I'm doing is I'm just making a simple box using some of the pieces of upcut that I have. I still need to cut this two sides and this two sides as well. But this is two sides already, so this is what it looks like. Yeah, sorry. And so I worked out why I got stuck before. Some of the tear out got on the way, so I got stuck. So when we route to the crane this way, then we have tear out. If we are setting it a little bit further, just a tiny bit further from the bit, so in this case I am setting it the fence a little bit more than half an inch away, so I will leave a little bit of a gap there on the edge, and so I got a tear out. So this is what the box look like. This is before assembly. Yeah. So I also route out this, using the router table. I think it turned out to be okay, but this is also a very simple job. I'll try to do something more sophisticated using different router bits next time. Thank you for watching.